Hey everyone, welcome to Cover Call ETF Investing. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to predict your next Global X fund payment. If you like what you see, hey, give it a like, and hey, it won't hurt to sub either. So to set everything up, let's go to which is something that you'll find in the description, which is a link to the Global X fund sheets that give you a breakdown how all these funds work and how you can anticipate how these funds pay out their monthly distributions. So let's get right into it. As a general guideline, the monthly distribution of each fund is capped at the lower of A, half of the premiums received, or B, 1% of the following funds, or 0.5% of these following funds of net asset value, NAV. The excess amount of option premiums received, if applicable, is reinvested into the fund. Year-end distributions can exceed the general guideline due to capital gains that are paid out at the end of the year. Okay, so now that we've been through that, let's look at a visual example of what this is actually talking about. So let's just go with XYLD. As you can see here, there's a couple little things to take note of. With XYLD, their distributions are capped at 1%. Under the heading of option premiums, this is a history going back all the way to September 2021 of all the options paid out monthly and the distributions that were paid out to unit holders, right? So the fund received 1.5% of the net asset value, which you could think of as the share price, and the distribution paid out was half of it, mainly because it didn't reach the 2% threshold to pay out the cap of 1%. As I show with this XYLD graphic in yellow, if the share price is sitting around $40 to $41 in a given month, the monthly price movement, and if the fund option premium is above 2%, then you can expect a distribution of 1%, therefore being roughly around 40 cents to 41 cents. So over the course of, say, September of 2021, we can see that the premiums have been getting better, a lot more consistent, and thus the distributions have been basically capped out pretty consistently since January 2022, when the market started to turn down and market sentiment started to get a little more negative. So we haven't had anything in 2022 pay out less than a 1% of the NAV, which is great, and thus not only do we get the max cap of 1%, but the extra amount that the fund is able to produce gets reinvested back into these funds. With QYLD, you can see that the monthly premiums are actually quite rich. They kind of bounce around a little bit, but you get a couple of 4%ers in there, a lot of 3%ers. And thus, these funds are really holding up well and not allowing the fund any sort of capital decay, because these premiums have been generating a lot of cash, especially for in and above the fund management and distribution payouts to the unit holders. As you can see here at the bottom, here's another way of looking at it as far as a graph. Because I'm invested in XYLD, we'll just go through basically the history of just how close these distribution payments are to the monthly option premiums. Orange is the option premium and black is the distributions paid out. As you can see with XYLD, as we started to get into 2022, things started to get pretty choppy as the market went from bull market in 2021 to bear market in 2022. And we see the distributions are, again, very consistent at that 1% payout. Well, if you guys enjoyed this video, it was a short one. hopefully that sort of cleared anything up of how you could expect these types of funds to pay out in any given month. Be sure to click the link in the description as a reminder to just show you guys how to better understand these funds that you're invested in. And as always, like, subscribe, and I'll see you all on the next one.